Welcome to Way to Moksha and Enlightenment through Dreams workshop, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session, day 4. Dreams are one of the core concepts of our Way to Moksha, and um, and thank you so much, Hanuma, for taking the initiative of this workshop. I think it's been pending for a quite while to conduct this enlightenment through dreams. Um, so let's start with a simple prayer. Let's show our gratitude to Anuma and all the volunteers um, who are working as part of Way to Moksha, helping us, and all the family members of us who helped us today to be part of this workshop. Because of them taking care of the other stuff, we are able to attend this session. So let's thank them and let's thank the universe and all the elements of the universe which help us to be part of this session today. All right, so today, when I saw the thumbnail of today's session, um, this is one of the questions many people um, ask, right? Like most of us will have this question: how to experience the God within us? And some people will say, um, you know, like how can we see the God or how can we experience the God? And whenever someone questions about the existence of the God or how can we experience the God, it always reminds me one of um, Gautam Buddha's story. Um, I will just start with that. So like when one person came to Gautam Buddha when he got the enlightenment, like he used to do a lot of teachings, right? Like at that time, one person came to Gautam Buddha and then he asked the same questions. Um, and So the Gautam Buddha, told one simple story. He always tells so many stories. Like he will try to educate us with very good stories. That's why I like to include stories in my teachings most of the times. So the story goes like this. Okay, there is four friends who are going through the forest, and suddenly an arrow flew from somewhere and struck one of the friends. Okay, the arrow was very poisonous, and she feel so much severeness. So the other three friends went to the nearby village, and then they're able to find a doctor, and the doctor came to the person like who is suffering through the pain because of the arrow, right? It's very poisonous. And then the doctor examined him and then said, we must remove this arrow immediately. Otherwise, you are going to die. But the wounded man stopped the doctor and said, wait, wait, wait. Before you remove the arrow, I want to know who shoot this arrow and what is his name, and and all the questions about him, like why he did it, what is the purpose, what is he trying to kill, whether he's trying to kill me or whether he did it by accident, things like that, all the questions he's asking. And then the doctor replied, I know you have many questions, but if you wait to answer all these questions, you will die. But the man, he's not in a position to listen to it. He insisted for answers. And then the other three friends rushed over, where this guy is, who is holding the arrow and then bow and things like that. Finally, they found him. By the time they bring him to the friend who is wounded, the poison spread across, and then the man died. So if you look at this, this is what we are going through too, right? So human life is like this wounded man. Suffering has already entered into us. I mean, we can say sufferings. If you understand the spirituality, we can call it as challenges, right? That the desires we have, the anger we have, the ignorance, the ego, all these are like the wounds on a human being, right? Instead of taking care of these wounds, if you ask about the other stuff about God and things like that, by the time you came to know about the God, you will no longer be in this on this earth to understand about the God. So the first thing in our life is to know about your challenges and why you are going through it, and then try to overcome the challenges or the blocks, things you are going through in your life, right? Once you are able to cleanse the soul, once you are able to clear the blocks you have, once you overcome all these, anger, desireness, fear, things like that, that's when you can ask about the God. That's when you can feel the God within you, right? But we don't generally, most of us will directly go to the last question. So first you need to take step by step and then try to understand ourselves. That's when once you understand completely about us, that's when you don't need to ask anyone, you will feel the God within you. That's what Gautam Buddha told in that story. So this is really, I really love this story, the how he narrated this. He does not say whether God exists or God does not exist. It's up to you. You can feel it, but try to cleanse the wounds within you first, so that then only you will see the God. So this is the story. It always comes to my mind whenever when we come across these kind of questions. All right. So through this wisdom through dreams, we'll try to cleanse our body. We'll try to heal all the wounds within us through dreams. This workshop is really, really helpful. We went after going through this wisdom through dreams workshop. Me and many of masters, especially the Way to Moksha volunteers, they cleansed their body. They came out of their fears and blocks, and they are able to come out of the challenges. They are able to face the challenges without any fears. So I hope you guys also can learn out of it and practice it, and then come out of all these wounds which we have it. All right. Let's move on to the slides today. I'm going to. Do you want me to share it, Mansagar?
I can share, Master,
Okay.
if you want me to.
Yeah. So the day 4 session is, it's about astral tests. I think by now, you might have understood, like from the last 3 days, dreams are, especially the spiritual dreams. When we talk about the dreams, it's more like mainly the spiritual dreams. So the spiritual dreams are not just the random images, right? So they are the messages from the subconscious mind and sometimes from the astral level. When we sleep, the conscious mind will rest and the soul became active. At the time, we are given tests. Those are the tests, those are not the punishment, those are like more like lessons. What we are still attached to, and what kind of fears we are carrying, and how spiritually how stable we are. these are the some of the things they will test in the as part of astral test through dreams. Even in the real world, like you might come across these kind of tests. So these are the some of the types of dreams we'll get. One is about the non-veg, like if you get a dream, in the dream, let's say if you're eating a non-veg, right? um, so it represents, even though you became vegetarian, but still, you got a dream that you are eating a non-vegetarian, right? So it represents the strong desire or attachment towards the pleasure of eating non-vegetarian. So if such a dream repeats, then it indicates that the soul is still enjoys the non-vegetarian. That's the dream it's showing, because as I mentioned earlier, so these are all at the subconscious level, right? So when you are aware, you know what you are talking. And even if you have a desire of non-vegetarian, you will not say it, right? You will say, I'm a vegetarian. But at some level, you might have it, the desire to eat the non-vegetarian, then you will get that in the dreams. So if such a dream repeats, it indicates that you still have that desire, and you need to make sure. So when such a dream came for you, then you have to you know in the meditation, as well as just make yourself educate yourself about what are the benefits of vegetarian, like why you should not eat non-vegetarian, and things like that. And also in the meditation, just try to recall the dream and then reverse it, so that you will lose that desire towards it, even at the soul level. So one of the like I'll go over like what happened with Akira in this scenario, right? So when sometimes she has that desire of eating non-vegetarian, like she will ask it. It's not about the dreams. Even in the regular life, she asks. She stopped eating non-vegetarian. It's been more than 3 4 years. But sometimes when she went to friends' place and birthday parties, sometimes while coming from the birthday party, she asked, Nana, is it okay if I eat, one chicken nugget and things like that, right? And the other thing is, sometimes he says they'll ask why you are not eating non-vegetarian, and then if I say, oh, I don't want to kill the animals, um, you know, um, they're feeling not good. I can see their expressions. They'll think, oh, are we killing? We are not killing. Like it's more like arguments going on between me and my friends. So how should I deal with it? Then I then I told her, if next time if someone asks why you are not eating non-veg, you tell them, um, it's for the sake of environment. It's not about killing animals. It's for the sake of environment. If I just eat rice, it's directly comes from the plants, and it won't take much energy, much natural resources from this earth. But if we have to make 1 pound of chicken, the chicken needs to eat at least 100 to 200 kgs of the vegetarian food. It could be anything. It could be rice. It could be soya beans or anything, right? So in order to make 1 kg of meat, we need that particular animal needs to consume at least 100 kg of food. So why do you want to waste 100 kg of food for you just to have that pleasure of eating non-vegetarian? So this is something I explained to her, and then she really liked it. So next time, when someone asks, she say, I just want to save the environment. That's why I'm a vegetarian. And then when they ask, this is what she's going to say. She'll just say, she just want to save the, pollution. And this is how she will explain to her friends. So when you have the knowledge, right? So when you give the knowledge, so gain the knowledge about vegetarian versus non-vegetarian, how the meat is produced, how much energy it's going to consume, and things like that. So these are some of the things that will get away the pleasure of eating the non-vegetarian in life. Um, so now move on to the next thing. So the toilet. So sometimes in dreams, right? You get cleaning the toilets, or you're not able to. 1 second. What is it? I'm in the class. Can you go? Sorry, yeah, Kira came. So in sometimes you will get dreams searching for a toilet, or sometimes you will see a dirty or blocked toilet, but you feel like you have to go to the toilet and things like that. So these are some of the dreams which sometimes connect to your emotions. And let's say if you are searching for a toilet, it means that maybe you are trying to release some of the stress or emotional burden you have. And if you are seeing a dirty or blocked toilet, maybe it may be related to some of the unresolved emotions or negativity you have in your mind or going over in your life. So these are some of the things, something like related to emotional or mental or karmic cleaning related dreams. So once you have the dream, like if you put it in our groups, we can decode it more properly based on the current conditions or the problem challenges you are facing through. And the other one is cash, jewelry, all the tangible things related to dreams. So these like money, jewelry in dreams, those symbolizes attachment towards this material or tangible things. You know, let's say losing money can reflect maybe a fear or insecurity. And let's say you are protecting all the jewelries may shows us maybe a fear or loss of attachment or things like that. So you have the attachment towards these tangible things. And again, Anuma always says that the spiritual growth does not requires rejecting all these material things in life. It requires not being emotionally attached to it. Just put that in your mind. You still can buy it, you still can wear it, but don't attach to it. So that's what Anuma always says about these tangible things. And the other thing is, are you really transformed completely? So these are the some of the things it shows in the dreams as part of astral tests. Because again, so our conscious mind will be absent in the dreams. That's why you will get a clear picture about you in the dreams. So based on that, you can work on all the things. Let's say if you have a fear, anger, desire, or attachment to these, tangible things, all these things, they will show it clearly, and then you can work on those things in real life, to transform or grow spiritually. All right, let's move on to the next slide. All right, so the astral services. So masters could remove the blocks, fears, body pains, guilt, um, childhood misbeliefs, and they can also perform the astral surgeries. So I'll start with the astral surgeries because this is something I experienced many times. So what happened, like um, one time, um, we are we have a small, my mom and dad, they have a small kitchen where they work, and in the kitchen, the health inspector came and then they asked us to fix something on the floor. So what I did is I just went to Home Depot and got a big machine. I thought I can do it by myself, just polishing the floor basically. And I mean, I did not look at how to operate and things like that. I directly clicked the power button, and it's around like I think 300 pounds mission. I did not operate properly, and then it fell on my leg. And that's it. I thought, maybe I cracked my bone or something like that. I came home. I did not feel anything at that time, but I came home. I'm supposed to take Akira to dance class. Um, the moment I get onto the car, that's when I started feeling the pain. So it's like 15, 20 minutes from my house. So we went, I took her to the dance class, but I'm not able to get down from the driver's seat to just to drop her at the door. It's like I can feel it. I mean, I thought like, there's something wrong. I have to go to the emergency, right? And then I told Akira to go to the class, and then I took almost 15 minutes just to sit in the middle row of the car. At the time, I was reading Sita, the Sitayanam, like in English, Untold Story of Sita. I finished that book, and then so Sita told about these astral surgeries in that book. She mentioned it, how she helps all the animals and people who ask for these surgeries and things like that. So I sat in the meditation. It happened in the meditation, and some of them, like these astral surgeries can happen in dreams as well as in the meditation. So I just sit in the meditation. So generally the way I did on that day is I don't have any plan or anything. I just sat, and then the first thing is I showed the gratitude to my legs for helping me for the last 40 years in my life. Because of them, I just started with that gratitude towards them, like what are the some of the things I achieved, and how much helpful they are, things like that. And also I admit the mistake which I did, and things like that. And then I invited Sita Mata, and then started doing the meditation to do the astral surgery on my leg. Um, I did it like around 45 minutes, and after like maybe I don't know what time, but I can felt that one hand came in, and then that hand is removing nails from my leg, basically. I can see it actually in my vision. After that, I sat for 10-15 minutes, and that's it. I'm able to walk on my own to pick up Akira. That's really a miracle. I mean, I felt like a normal. So just half 1 hour before, I'm not able to move my leg. I took 15 minutes just to sit in the back seat, but within 1 hour, I'm able to come out of it. So that's the power of astral surgery. But when this can work, like, so you have to be in, you need to clear up your fears, you need to clear up your blocks, and you have to work, you need to help the universe. So when you do all these things, that's when you will be eligible for the astral surgeries, and they will come and then help you out. Okay, so this is which one of the miracles I saw in my life. And so sometimes we feel like, is that really true? Is that really happened? And things like that. But when you experience it, you will believe in it. And my wife, everyone saw it, so you can ask them about that. Like they felt It's beyond our physical world. All right, so let's see. Um, Maybe we can go to the next slide. So these are the other things which they can, help us to remove our fears. The body pains. Body pains also they removed it many times. There is one more thing I want to say it as part of these services. Okay. Um, so this happened just recently, in October, I think. It's on my birthday, and then I just sat, um, and then I'm just doing a gratitude meditation again, because on my birthday for I'm just um, I just have a guided meditation for by myself, like showing gratitude to all my family or friends and Anuma for the spiritual growth and all the suggestions in life for the last 6 7 years. And then I just did for maybe 30 40 minutes, and then I went to the sleep. And then what happened, I got a dream. They're removing some of the nails from my tongue. So what happened, I like for the last 1 year, I started. I'm planning to change the job, basically the technology itself, because mine I work on-prem, and I just want to change it to the cloud. But I did not spend much time, learning and things like that. But I think November is the time I have to change, because my project is going to end in December. So it happened on October 30th. And then in November, I started preparing. It's more like I am attending more interviews from November on that technology, new technology. And somehow, I don't know how, but whatever the questions they ask, most of them I'm able to answer it. I don't know how that happened, and I feel like maybe that's related to that dream. They just did something on my tongue, so that I'm able to answer those questions, because that's not on-prem, that's a cloud, and that's a completely new technology. I don't have much idea. So I got the confidence, like from every interview I attended, some rounds of interviews, and then able to answer some of the questions, and then try to rephrase it, and then write down things like that, and finally able to crack the interview. So these are some of the things they will help us through dreams. But the thing is, you have to be in awareness mode always. And like, so your life should be the reflection in the mirror. Like, whatever you say, whatever you talk in real life, it should reflect you. You should not think something else in your mind, and then your words should not be different, right? So that's why the dreams will give a lot of wisdom. The main reason is you will not be in that awareness mode. So only the subconscious mind will be active, only the soul will be active. That's why the dreams are the true representation of us. That's why we always say focus on your dreams, and that's how you can improve yourself. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. So the other, astral services is like, you can go to the other worlds and then serve there. This is something, we can always ask in dreams, saying, you can ask the astral masters that, you are going to sleep, and you just want to serve in the other astral worlds, and then they will take you, and then they'll take your help there. And those things also you can see it in the dreams. And I think most of us, like all our senior volunteers who are part of Way to Moksha, might have experienced this. And I'm pretty sure most of us can easily get these kind of dreams. And sometimes, some people who are having problems, health problems, who are not able to come out of the bed, and who feel like, oh, like I did not get a chance to help the universe, but now I'm bedridden. And they can for them this is the best option to get rid of the guilt feeling. They can ask in the dreams, and they can the astral masters will definitely take their help, to serve in the other worlds. But again, you have to be in the awareness mode. You need to come out of all these blocks, fears, and things like that. Then only you are eligible to serve in the other astral worlds, and you will get a beautiful dreams, and you can see those astral worlds. And the okay, next one is, so whatever we have done before, we have to accept that, and that we did it if it is shown in our dreams. So this is something like related to the dream decoding, right? So when the dreams show us the past actions or the difficult scenes, the purpose is not, it's not the punishment, right? It is acceptance. So whatever we have done before, first thing is we need to accept that is happened. And when the moment you accept it, then that allows the healing process will begin. So the acceptance will dissolve the blockage or the fear or the past karmas. Okay. And so in dreams, sometimes someone beats us, harm us. It doesn't mean that we deserve the suffering in real life. It's just the symbolizes the karmic balancing and the unsolved, the inner conflicts basically. So we always say that don't resist the experience emotionally, just observe it and then accept it, and then just be calm in the dreams. And let's say you resist it, or you're not able to accept it, right? Just try to recall the dream again in your regular life in the meditation, and then try to observe it, accept it, so that that's how you can resolve those blocks, things like that. So all right, so anything else? Yeah, so again, so these are the some of the things we mentioned, right? So you just need to uh, practice it in the meditation. Like let's say when you feel like, okay, you failed the test in the dream, you just try to recall the dream and then accept it, and then just be observe it. Like it's, you don't need to go into the emotional level, just observe it, accept it, and then remain calm. Try to change the dream in your meditation. And if you still, you can always ask Hanuman's help, or any other god which you believe in it. You can just ask their help, and then they will be always there to help you. Again, the dreams are the not the enemies, they are our teachers. They show us what needs healing, and what needs to be accepted, and what needs to be transformed in our life without any kind of judgments, because it's not coming from someone else. It's not coming from your spouse, or it's not coming from your parents, or from your boss or anything, right? It is coming from within you. So there is nothing to judge. So just take it, accept it, and then you will see the miracles in your life. So yeah, that's all I would like to cover. Do we have anything else? Hostel services. Yeah, so I think these are the things, the spiritual dreams which I mentioned earlier. I think this we might have covered it in the first two days. So there are mainly three kinds of dreams, and the spiritual dreams are the ones which we always focus. So the if your day is very smooth, without any let's say um, you don't have any kind of arguments even though you have kind of arguments or anything in your daily life, but at night, if you go before you go to bed, you just 15-20 minutes meditation, and then without watching any reels, without watching any serials, if you go to sleep, then that's called like a clean slate. Like your brain is completely empty after meditation. You will not think about all the things what happened in our on that day, right? That's when you will get the spiritual dreams. um, so that's what we always ask us to focus. And australia teaches teaching students, so this is something which we mentioned earlier, right? Like the as part of astral services, they will take you to a different world, and if you are eligible, you will teach there also about all the things what you learn on this earth and things like that. All right. Yeah, I think that's all from my side. Maybe should we go to testimonial, or do you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
with the
Master.
question?
However you want, Srividya Garu is ready, so
Maybe we
shall we
can
do?
go the questions after testimonial. Yeah, go ahead, Srividya.
Jai Hanuman Masters. Thanks for the opportunity to share my experiences. So, dreams are the first thing helped me to connect to my spiritual journey here. So,
Little louder, Master. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah, sure. So I have three test three cases here. How dreams helped me to enlighten my soul or my journey here. So the first thing, I was suffering with frozen shoulder. So I used to follow Anuma's 4P and how to ask dreams and everything. So when I asked for the Adharma Karma, or why did I get this frozen shoulder, so in the dream, masters shown me like a hand, a hand of a woman, because it is very sensitive. There is another woman who is elderly, and his servant, her servant. So they are building a wall on this person's hand. I can clearly. So they gave me a message that I was that elderly person in my last life. I was the mother-in-law of that is the case they shown me, like I suffered, like I know no, not me. I made my daughter-in-law suffer, and I was torturing her by making her hand painful, something like that. And I was telling my the elderly woman is telling to the servant, hey, yeah, let's do it for her. That woman was like very very harsh, and no sense of empathy or compassion, anything. So I woke up like from my sleep, because that was too heavy for me to digest it, that in this life, oh my goodness. Like then immediately I posted the same to our at that time we don't have dream decode. I'm not in dream decoding. One of our way to moksha volunteer, so she helped me to understand that I was the person who made the difficult to other person. So our way to moksha volunteer, I think Lakshmi Sirisha garu, she helped me how to do 4P, say sorry to that particular woman, because she almost suffered the same. That's why I got in this life the frozen shoulder. And you have to so that thing. And then I attended Anuma's meditation sessions in online meditation sessions. So it's like a magic. I didn't feel any pain. I lost my pain. So it was, so then it pushed me to attend the retreats. Way to moksha retreat, so I came there. After that, I was I'm diabetic from past. Like when I had my first child, I got gestational diabetes, and I became like, because I'm a mom of three, I was continuously on insulin. So after coming from Florida retreat, I was asking for the why did I get this diabetes? Like I want to heal diabetes. Show me dreams. every time I used to ask in my, like, before going to bed, so I was expecting the same kind of dream in my, sleep, like, maybe some I didn't feed children or something related to that. But every time I saw my maternal grandparents, like my grandmom, my great grandmom, and my paternal grandmom, so like all this, they are very very sad, and they were like crying. So I thought, okay, because we are so much attached to our grandparents, because they are the ones who raised me. I didn't get anything, and I was asking again and again in my meditation as well, like, masters, please show me the reason or adharma karma, what I did for getting this diabetes, because I wasn't even 40. I'm a mom of three. I'm living in US. It is very very difficult for me with the challenges what I had with the diabetes, because I'm almost a decade being diabetic. When I was in pregnancy and lactation, I'm forced to be on insulin. So officially my body stopped producing insulin at all. So I'm like very high doses of like insulin and like medication. So I'm going through a literal, very very tough phase in my life with the complications. So I got so every time the same dream. My grandparents, like, I can say my ancestors, they were crying. That's it. So I asked. So I followed this 4P. Like maybe they were stuck and they didn't go to their. Earth, like, their soul cities, something like earthbound, or I was doing my 4P, but the same thing. So then one day I asked in my meditation, what is this, why you are not showing me the karma, because I want to heal. Like, then I got a message like, do ancestral healing. So I kind of I believed, so I have to send them. And then it was not at all, my sugars are spiking up like anything. Like, even though I was on insulin and medication, no matter what I'm doing with my diet and all, they are spiking up like anything. So then I started searching ancestral healing in, something like that. So then one day I was doing, Google. If you search one thing in the Google, it will give you all that information. The algorithm works like that, right? So then I did a ancestral meditation thing in the dream. Same, my, like, my grandmom, maternal grandmom and great grandmom, they came in my dream. So I have an issue with one of my organ. They showed me that, like, in dream I saw that organ, and my both my grandmom and great grandmom. From that moment, that particular organ of my body is not going through the same pain. So it was like very very thing. Then I was going through so much. Doctors kept me on Ozempic. I lost so much weight. And but Anuma says, if you are open and surrender to universe, and if you are in a surrenderance, universe will guide you whatever you need. So I was asking, why you are keeping me, like, giving me this much pain. So the answer I got is like, so there is a, in spirituality we believe, if you are eating food with a, such an intention, whatever the intention you are keeping, that particular food gives you the same kind of muscle. Like, if a muscle is formed with that particular food, or any kind of bodily changes, that muscle will store the same memory. So I got an answer like, I lost almost like 23 pounds within 3 months. So the answer I got is like, so you want to heal yourself. So the Because I lost my dad when I was 15. So I was kind of very very low for 2 decades, and with this diabetes, I was always emotionally low. And so they said, so whatever the muscle you had, now it all has your emotional memory. Like, you have to lose that in order to heal yourself, because you can't have the same memory in your body, because every cell of our body remembers what we have. That's why even our, elders say, eat with a good intention, and like, how when you are eating, don't watch TV, because the same emotions you will imbibe. So that is one thing. Though I was, you know, reducing my weight, uh, I got healed. It is a surprise, like a miracle again happened. I got a message that whatever the diabetes I got now is a wound from my um, paternal grandmom. So my dad was a diabetic. When he was 40, he detected with very high sugars, around 400 to 500, and my maternal grandmom was diabetic. So it was there in my both genes, like from my maternal and paternal. But I got a message in my meditation that this wound is from my paternal grandmom. Then believe me, when she was alive, I don't have any like relation with her, because my mom and dad were cousins, like, baba. But I'm more attached to my maternal grandmother. So I was like confused, because I don't have any, like, she used to live in a village. I was always in hostel. We never had a bonding to stay together. So what, how can now she's no more. My dad wasn't there. To be really very honest, my mom is the only one alive on this earth for me, as like then I broke down, literally. I literally broke down how to heal her wound. What is her wound? How can I get rid of this? Then I sat in meditation. I broke down. I was crying and asking for the help. Then I got a message that every breath you, like any person who lived on this earth, every breath carries the memory of our body. So connect with your ancestors, ask them for the help, and they will guide you. Then, so it's a miracle. I used to wake up at universe woke me, because I am asking help, universe, because I don't know what my grandmom gone through. I don't have anybody. um, so universe woke me up around 3 o'clock in the am. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional now. But my grandmom connected me in my meditation. She's telling, because even my dad lost his dad when he was very young. So my grandmom has 4 kids, my atama and my pednana, my dad and my baba. How she suffered to feed her children, I know, because so the wound what she had was, she always felt she's not feeding her kids enough. And food is not a thing like they had it. The wound, she always felt that I'm not feeding my kids enough. I'm not feeding that mother guilt. Even we have, as a working woman, we will give everything, but always we have that mother guilt. Am I doing enough for my kids? Am I doing that? Guilt she had, and that wound she carried, it acted as a block in her DNA. Because even I remember my dad used to say he doesn't have enough food, because he grew up in a village. When he was doing his studies, his friends who are like wealthy, they used to offer him food. Whatever they ate, the left, they always had they will get enough food so that they can feed my dad. That's how he survived in school. So that kind of wound is there to my grandma. And she used to, I was like crying like anything. I was going through her pain. She told me everything, like, that is amazing. I never had an hour conversation when she was alive. Believe me, it surprised me when I told my mom. My nanama was my manatta to my mom. They both were, they are all related. So even my mom got shocked. Oh my goodness, this is the soul contract I got. I told my Nanama, then I asked again, universe, see, I don't even know what she has gone through. She was alive when I was born, and I don't know what my dad has gone through. How can I be the, because she was already alive. If my kids got it as a soul contract, then it makes sense. So in my then masters said, maybe physically you are not aware, but your soul got it as a contract to heal that wound of your grandmom. Then it is a surprise. I don't say I'm completely weaned off my medication. When my sugars weren't controlling, and here endocrinologist, he gave up like anything, because I lost I came to with a 6.5 6.6 feet height. I came to 119 pounds. He doesn't know anything to do. He told me to stop Ozempic, and then I was continuously meditating and healing, doing this thing. All of a sudden, my sugars getting controlled. You know, that miracle happened. I so then he stopped. I already stopped, like Ozempic. I wasn't there on a Ozempic. Now I was on like metformin. Metformin was deleted from my medication list because it is not at all working for me. I was on like so many, they tried all possible medications for me. Again, but now I'm in, at present, this moment, I'm taking 1000 mg of metformin, which is a miracle, because I don't think in medical world you can come back to, but I'm a rice eater. I don't hesitate to take sweets. If I feel like eating sweets, my mom sent all this, festive Sankranti Arsal, everything. I do take, I eat, but surprisingly, my glucometer, I never saw in my almost like 6 years of life, 100 and change sugar was not a thing for me. Even though I was on medication, like always my fasting sugars used to be like 250, 300, and after, immediately after eating, always 300. Centuries, always centuries. But now, so through ancestral healing, I could able to come back. Even my endocrinologist, he didn't ask me any questions. I told him I was doing something with my meditation, sir. Srividya, whatever you are doing, do it. It is amazing. I don't want any answers or logics from you. It is working for you. Go ahead. That's all. So that is one amazing thing happened. So one more thing about my relationship with my husband. So mine is love marriage. We both were friends from childhood. So the thing is like the relation between me and my husband is challenging because he loves me so much. There is no doubt in that. He enjoys like so how can I tell this? I always have a feeling that he loves me like another child. We have three children, two girls and a boy. He also treats me like another child. Like, he enjoys my success in career. He enjoys everything, whatever I'm doing in my life. But whenever a decision comes, like if I give a input, do you ever consider your children, like, in a financial decision or anything, right? So it was, but you always want, I always want him to treat me like an adult. I don't want, I like the caring and, that, but at the one aspect, I wasn't happy or contented with the way I'm being treated in my relationship. You know, so I'm enjoying that caring for sure. I don't deny it. Even so, I asked in dream, so what is this relation between me and my husband? Why it is happening? Because I'm an adult, I know few things. I can suggest him why he is not taking my inputs. So I meditated. So I got a beautiful dream. Like uh, I saw a person who's who had multiple daughters, but he's a wealthy man. They all have like a jewelry. They are like in my it I see persons in a black and white picture, but they all have like very, they I can say they're well, jamindars in in our earlier stages like that. So he was coming he was coming inside a home. I saw a girl who is very young. She's scared and running like anything. But when she saw her father, then I got the picture. So I'm that man. They are my children. This person, young girl, that was my husband. Because he was my daughter in one of my life, so this consciousness, astral, I think one of the thing our Krishna master told today, the astral tests or something in one of the thing astral services. So this consciousness, I told, why you are scaring that much, why you are so like strict to your children. Then that person is saying to me in my dream, yeah, what's wrong in that? I'm a wealthy man and I have all like girl children. I have to protect my children and like my, we say in our olden days, we take girls as our pride. At the same time, they are the ones who protect our whatever, you know. We are always conservative about our girl children, how to raise them, how to, you know. So, but I was telling him, I know, I understand you, like, you are more concerned, but they also have like life. They have to live their life. It doesn't matter. Being born in a wealthy family shouldn't affect their freedom. But that I was telling him, that is my job, that is my dream. But when I woke up, I completely understood. Since I gave him in that life as a strict father, the same I got is karma here. He loves me, but I have to. Karma is a thing, right? Universe, you have to get what you gave. That's why we should be mindful how. So one thing I learned from that, this life, I can say I'm an authoritative mom. I want my children the same. We say that, like, right, ego, the epigenetic overlay, the same thing I'm carrying. Even now I want my children to follow my word, and like, then from that dream, first thing I accepted my husband as he is. Yes, he loves me, but this is what I'm experiencing as a karma. Like, whatever you gave him, you are getting. I got it. But what I'm now to lead this life, I'm sorry for the disturbance. If you hear anything, they are watching Super Bowl and they got excited, my kids. So I'm making enough changes in my behavior, how to raise my kids. So thank you for the opportunities. These are the testimonials I have. I thank Anuman Way to Moksha for, I'm more enlightened now, like living life consciously. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sri Vidya Master. That's an amazing miracles in your life. We saw through Way to Moksha, you changed a lot and fixed your life, and leading a happy life is what everyone's dream is. So you are having your dream fulfilled. Thank you, Master.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have any questions on the today's topic of astral services and astral trust, so please raise your hands. I will unmute you. So, Krishna Master, I have a question like, how can we, two questions. So how can we reverse, how can we practice to reverse an adharma that is happening in the dream? And how many times does the masters give us like different of the same type of adharma in our dreams to change our patterns or vasanas, or so is there like a count, or because sometimes we don't remember our dreams and we forget to put in the dream and so all this happens, but still they are sending us instructions through dreams, but we don't change. And so how can we understand better, and how many times? So can you please answer my questions?
Okay, so what your question is, like, so we got a adharma in dream, and like what are the things we need to do in life so that we can reverse it? Is that's what are the
Yeah, how
steps?
to practice. Yeah, how to practice,
How to
and
practice?
how at a soul level, or I mean, what is the difference between how we inject into the soul and to because we are not doing all those in this life, but there is somewhere that vasanas are carried and we
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah.
correct. So the first thing is acceptance. Okay. First, you need to believe in it that you did it. Okay. And you need to accept their pain. You need to feel their pain. So that is the first step. When you get and the moment you accept it, even if you don't accept 0.0001%, then it's not going to work out. So you have to believe in it. So that's the first step. So because the way we can believe it is like the more like you practice, the more when you ask more questions in the dreams, and when you ask the questions, and when like they will give the dream, and when you feel that, oh, it is related to that, so that's how your acceptance level will slowly go up. Because obviously, like, we are human, right? Like, we are not in a mood to believe everything. I mean, sometimes we'll say, does that really God exist or not? Like, is he going to cleanse? He's going to help me or not? Things like that, right? Because the reason why we cry when we have some challenge is because at that point, that weak moment, we don't believe in God, right? Otherwise, why do you cry when you have a problem? Right? So the acceptance level needs to go up to 100%. So that's the first thing. And the more you practice, the acceptance level will go up. And the second thing is, how can we reverse it? The first thing is, you need to do what needs to be done in the physical life. Let's say you got a dream that you did some, you hurt someone, some kid, or a senior citizen or something like that. There are so many kids in this world, like, who needs financial aid or help, right? So you go to them, help them, or like, if you find like, let's say you got a dream where you spoiled a kid, like, who needs to go through the education or things like that. So you try to find a kid who needs financial help with respect to education, and then help them. um, Similarly, let's say you harmed snakes, try to find an organization, and then who help the snakes, like, educate about the snakes and how good they are to the environment and things like that. So donate some money to that organization. I mean, these are some of the things we do as part of way to moksha. So this is the second thing we have to do it, right? You cannot serve the person whom we hurt in the past life. That's not going to happen, right? So at least in this life, you try to help the person who really needs a help. So that is the second thing. And the third thing is, in the meditation, again, we have this 4P. And then some people will say, how many times you have to do it? I mean, you just do it as long as you felt you relieved the guilt. I mean, now we are saying 3 times, because the reason why we are saying, Anuma said, like, 3-4 times, don't do more than that, is sometimes people are not coming out of that guilt, right? So when, like, they feel too much burden of it. So that's why Anuma is saying, let's not do it more than 4 times. Don't try to recall the dream, and try to recall the pain. So that's why Anuma is saying 3 to 4 times. But the thing is, if you feel really from bottom of your heart, you don't even need to do 3 or 4 times. Even 1 time is enough. Or you don't even need to do it once you felt it. And then forget about it. You don't have to worry whether that adharma is cleared or not. Forget about it. Just lead your life happily, lead your life with awareness. When something comes into your life, just see whether what you can do, with virtueness, like dharma, like whether it is the way you speak, the way you do the things is in dharmam or not. So that's all you need to worry. So just go ahead and then lead your life, and let's not worry about those other mas in the dreams. Okay, just practice these things and then they will go away slowly, and sometimes you will get in the dreams, sometimes the you may not, whatever the challenge you are facing, it might be gone, and you don't even realize it after till some point, right? So this is the things you need to practice. The first thing is acceptance. The second thing is, whatever you got it in the dream, you try to find the person who are in need with respect to the problem you created, right? And then help them. And then just practice 4P, and then lead your life in Dharma, and then do our meditation, ask in the dreams, and things like that. So that's all. So just practice these things, and then you will see the miracles.
Thank you, Master. Looks like there are everyone got what you said in the class. So there are no hands raised. Shall we go for meditation, Master?
Yeah, let's play the meditation then.
Okay, you want me to play a recorded one?
Yeah, just play the recorded one. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Master.
All right.
Yeah, I'll play one of the English meditation. Please hold on. Give me a minute. I will change the
Okay.
live stream. Thank you.
Sure. All right. So once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's session, day 4 of Enlightenment Through Dreams. Just complete the entire workshop. Please make sure to attend all the classes of this Enlightenment Through Dreams. And then practice. Go through the videos, and then ask in the dreams. So the dreams are the best way to grow yourself spiritually, because you experience it, right? So the moment you experience it, the moment you feel it, that's how you learn it. That's how you can grow it, right? So now, like, take Srividya example. Like, she always think that her husband is treating her like a small kid, but the moment she saw the dream about why he's treating like that, the whole perspective about how she sees her husband is now different, right? It could be a little different before, but now it is completely different, because she always think about the dream she got. That makes the relation in a different dimension, which makes the any relation will be very happy, or anything in particular, any challenge you are facing, you will look into a different dimension. So always focus on the dreams, and try to get the enlightenment through dreams. Okay.